And we are live here with Danny from Caffeine and Kilos. I love that shirt, man.
Oh man, look at you. You got the one going on too, huh?
Yeah, man. You gotta have it. You gotta have it. Good
Yeah.
stuff.
It's like
Um,
at my gym, I feel like it's just a parade of them one after another.
yep.
Perfect.
Yep. Nothing wrong with that.
Oh,
Nothing wrong with
small.
that. Thank you for taking the time real quick. I won't take too much time, but just want to catch up with you.
Yeah.
We were talking about earlier, the Arnolds went great for you. Um, And was that your best showing, like going out there? And you mentioned you sold out a little bit early with all of your all of your merch and everything.
Right. Yeah, it was great. It's tough to know exactly how much to bring. We kind of thought we had enough or thought we'd be ready. Actually brought more than we planned on kind of last minute and ended up completely selling out half through Saturday. Yes, we shipped a pallet out, and then a couple days prior, we like thought of a few more things. Oh man, we got to take this. So then we grab a couple extra suitcases, the biggest ones we can find, and shove them full of stuff, and then just checked baggage. You know what I mean? Get it there, and anyway, sold out everything. So it was good. It was great. Yeah. And it's fun for us too because it's kind of some of the people there, it's a little bit different market than what we normally do, and so it was really good to see how well it was received, across all these different athletes.
Dude, it was awesome. When I was out there seeing so many people with your gear, the beanie hats, the red ones,
Yeah,
everywhere I went in Columbus, people were rocking that stuff. It was great to see, man.
yeah, man, that's cool. Yeah, we got out and into Columbus a little bit on Monday morning. It's one of those things. Our flight leaves at 1:30 in the afternoon, so a lot of times that travel day is kind of a wasted day. Well, we're never afraid to work, and we always like to get out there and meet people and that type of thing. So we actually went around and we made it to about 10 gyms before about 10 a.m. Um, that way we could get to the airport on time and everything. Stop by some affiliates and we pulled Saturday. I said we sold out. We pretty much did. We got down to maybe 15 male shirt, 10 female shirts, some hats. So we just squirreled all that stuff kind of off to the side, so we'd have stuff to show up with on Monday morning. So hey, just because of travel day doesn't mean it's a wasted day. Is it fun to wake up at 5:15 a.m. on the day you're flying home? You know what I mean? Of course not. But once you're out there meeting people, it's a blast. It really is. And so we kind of like to do that when we travel is get an opportunity to kind of get out and meet some people.
Definitely. I would like to say you guys are one of the most generous people with your time. We met back at the what is it, American Open back in
Yeah.
and like I was there, man, a lot of people like this was my first time being there and you just really gave me that time and I really do appreciate it. Always there with the fans, man. It's awesome to see.
Oh, it's a blast, man. And DC is kind of where it started, the getting out there. We've done it a few times, kind of go and visit some people. But DC was the first time we really got it because there's so many gyms in that tight downtown area. So myself and Charlie and then Buddy Hitchcock, we just packed our backpacks full of stuff, and we left the hotel at same thing as 5:30 a.m. And we just by foot we went to made it to 10 gyms before 10 a.m.
That's
And
crazy.
so that's kind of like our thing, right? We like to see if we can get 10 before 10 on the day we're flying out. Make it a good day, not just make it a wasted day.
Man, it shows how much you guys hustle and how much you guys love your stuff. Your social media and everything, people love you just seeing how much support. Um, what do you think what's one of the most memorable experiences going out to all of these different things like the Arnolds? What was your most memorable thing going out there?
Oh man, uh, I don't know. Um, The Arnold was fun, man. Like that particular thing. Couple things I'll say. One thing that was memorable was at the in the actual weightlifting event because there's whatever like 70 sports that are in competition over the course of the weekend. During the weightlifting meet, one part of it was Pan Am trials, and Spencer Mormon, who's one of my teammates at Cal Strength, was competing in that session, and it was I was responsible for coaching him. And I don't know if there's ever been a session or I haven't been involved in a session where everyone was so close together. Like everybody snatched within, 10 or 15 kilos of each other. everybody clean and jerked within 10 kilos of each other. And it was absolutely nuts back in the warm up room, and that was very memorable. Not directly related to caffeine and kilos, but kind of is, whatever. But then other than that, seeing people walk around like, oh, there's Bill Kazmaier, world's strongest man announcer, and just walking by, and stop by and he says hi, and then just the people that are coming through, and one thing I just absolutely loved was we have these bars out, these food bars. We only released them a couple weeks before. So we have them for samples, and people walk up, and they would just come just get a free little sample, and then they'd eat it. They take like a step away, then they'd come back and buy some. And I was like, that's the highest praise you can get, is someone who's never heard of the product, no idea who you are, trying it, and then coming back and buying it. So obviously there's something there, And then the last thing I'll kind of say is we're still a very young company. We've been around less than 2 years still, but in the CrossFit realm and kind of in the weightlifting realm, we're relatively well known. And so what was fun at the Arnold was to get a chance to kind of talk about the company again. People coming up, what is Caffeine and Kilos, And that was a very common thread early on, but recently, past 6 months or so in weightlifting or CrossFit, not a lot of explaining what the company is. So it's fun to it's almost like starting all over again. It's like, tell me about the company, talk about what it is you guys do. And that was a blast. That was fun.
That was good. Speaking about those bars, two things. My wife was with me, and like, we're not morning people, and we're trying to make it there, and like, anything before 10:30 is early for us. And so she's like, I just need to get some coffee. I just need to get. I'm like, you gotta go see Danny and Charlie. And so she goes over, and she's like, I don't know what these bars are, but let me just. And she had a sample, and the rest of the day she kept talking about the sample. She's like, we need to go back for bars. We have to go back. And she's like, this is great. And it's just an awesome blend. And I wanted to ask you. I saw it on your Instagram account going out there as you were making bars. I saw you in the factory. How was that? How did you get started in that?
Yeah, so there's this company, and they are a superfood company. So they make chocolate bars, just like regular chocolate, not like food bar, just like a chocolate bar. And then they add stuff in them. Like they have like chocolate bars with like fish oil in them, but you can't taste it. So it's like a way to kind of almost like get your supplements through the bars. So then they also have the capability to make the food bars. They contacted us, asked if we'd be interested, and we said, actually, we kind of have this idea, And so then kind of talked about it. They started sending us samples. They actually have a classically trained chef who does all their research and development, and so she's very good. So she sent us out the samples. We got some stuff we liked. Went out there, visited the facility, met the owner. Met everyone we would talk to kind of face to face. Met their chef, kind of went on their production floor, and just had a blast. It's actually in Boise, and Boise is not always it's not the biggest town, but I'll tell you what, man, we had fun out there. We like to have fun everywhere we go, And so what it came down to is we're we're getting ready to go on the production floor, and you got to gown up, you got to put on the lab coat and everything, and so these temporary ones, and Charlie ended up cutting the sleeves off of his. And then we got kicked off the floor pretty quick because he didn't have, because it's all USDA organic certified, this whole thing, and we're out there and he has no sleeves on his lab coat, and he wasn't wearing, and he had shorts. It was like this whole mess, whatever. So the second time we're a little better prepared. We made sure we had some pants, and the booties on. I had to wear a whole beard net, the whole deal. But it's a great company that's manufacturing for us, and they're making a really good product, and we're fired up. I think this is going to be it's a good product. It sells itself to a certain degree.
Yeah.
So it's fun.
You guys are great because every product you put out, you support it. But not only just, I don't feel like it's ever like a cash grab for you guys. You're like, I'm just passionate about doing this. This is why I want it, and it reflects it.
Yeah, that's the funny thing, man. It's like, I'm not kidding. Everything we make, it's something we want. Like, that's one of the things that's interesting is we are our own market, essentially, And so that's kind of how it all started. Is we just wanted to put on this big weightlifting meet. And it's like, okay, well, we should make some shirts. All right, well, I don't want some, whatever, like, basically douchebag shirt. Like, I'll do something nice. Like, in the fitness community, especially in the CrossFit community, there's a lot of this whole like, double entendre stuff, which whatever, that's fine. It could be funny, like whatever you're into. But it's like I don't want to wear that shirt to whatever, like family birthday party, you know what I mean, or out and about, And so it's like I want something that we can wear, out and about in public or in the gym, and it kind of all comes together. And that's why we kind of like classic design stuff. And then it came to the coffee, like, man, we should make a coffee, And so then, all right, well, so we got all these samples. We met with the roaster, and we said, well, we want to have higher caffeine content because I know if I'm going to drink, like, instead of a pre-workout, I always find that I feel better if I feel like pretty much like just straight caffeine or straight coffee, and then like maybe some creatine and BCAAs compared to like a full-on pre-workout. So okay, well, let's get a coffee that has a little higher caffeine content. That'll kind of help us out. So then the guy roasted up and blended a bunch of different coffee beans to like get that higher caffeine content. We tasted them all, found the ones we liked. So it's kind of the same thing. We basically made it for us. Turns out other people like it also. And then that's where it kind of comes around the bar is kind of that same thing, is we had talked about something like that for a while before we got in touch with this company, and talking about how like in weightlifting a lot of times between snatch and clean and jerk, people like eat a Snickers bar. And it's like, that may get some sugar and stuff in it, but is that really the best thing for you could be eating, And then you're kind of coming down, or like for energy drinks, say you have like white monsters, and like you drink a monster before snatch, and you drink another one before clean and jerk because you're coming down, and you eat a Snickers, so it's like now you're having a second energy drink, you're having, eating the Snickers. So it's like, man, if there was like some sort of a bar, like a food bar that kind of had some like sustenance behind it and had caffeine in it, it's like then that kind of stops that crash, It's much more of a mellow kind of coming down instead of like this big crash. And so that's kind of where it came about. And then, like I said, I was golfing one day, and I was at the turn, and I was like, man, I wish what I really want is like a cup of coffee and some trail mix. I was like, oh shit, like what I want is my own product, you know what I mean? Like that was kind of this thing, like, and that was one of the revelations of like this bar, like this thing, it like is much bigger than just fitness. You know what I mean? Like this could go anywhere. It's outdoors. Like I grew up backpacking. My dad used to take my brother and I up backpacking a lot when we were younger. And so we go for a full week, whatever. So, like you get up, and then it's like you got to get the stove going, and like make some coffee, this whole deal. It's like, man, like we like end up eating granola bars. It's like, man, if you could eat this like whole food, gluten-free, dairy-free, like superfood bar that had some caffeine in it, like you could like get up, eat that, get going, get a couple miles under your belt before you stop for breakfast, So it's like it reaches out so many directions, and it all kind of comes from something like, man, I wish I had something that did this, and that's kind of where it came from. And yeah, that's a lot of what our products are.
Danny, I love that it's just a genuine brand that comes from passion, and you guys have just been rocking it, man. That's what I love seeing. And that's awesome to hear, and I'm so happy for you guys to tell that story, because it just energizes everyone. Everyone that you work with, everyone just talks about how much they just love the gear. By the way, I'm not just saying it. This stuff is comfortable. I'm not sure what you're using, bamboo thread. I don't know what it is, but you can make anything out of this stuff. So
oh yeah.
It's good stuff. Now, I saw a couple other things. Was it is Sam Dancer doing a seminar coming up, and you guys are sponsoring that? Did I make that up?
So what Sam's involved with is Sam's doing a thing called the Recess. And so the Recess is actually going to be a travel. It's like a trip that's actually at an all-inclusive resort in Puerto Vallarta in Mexico. And so Brooke Entz and then Sam Dancer are going to be the two athletes there. And so our involvement in it, we're not hosting it or putting it on. We have a really good relationship with Sam. And so the guy who's putting it on kind of got in contact with us. We talked about some things. So we're in support of that trip. We think it's a great thing. And what we're doing is we're basically going to be down there with coffee. And so we're going to bring some PR blend down there and then poolside. So we'll be serving, so they're going to have it all brewed up. So we'll be serving the PR blend poolside first thing in the morning down at the resort. So it's it's a cool thing, man. And different people have done these tours before, like CrossFit tours or whatever. They take everyone here or there. What really kind of draws me to this one, I really like about it, is anybody who's been on vacation to an all-inclusive resort on the beach knows that's kind of the only way to go if you want like a nice relaxing kind of like check out from the world type vacation. And they're really affordable in Mexico. What's cool about the Recess is it's an affordable trip. It's not, $4,000 or $5,000, whatever. It's like the price compared to what a normal stay, it's only a couple $100 difference. So it's like extra $200, but you're going to be at the resort with other kind of people that are into fitness, into that type of thing. And then, I mean, that's like anyway, I think it's great, man. So I think I like what he's doing. We like what he's doing as a company. And so we said, okay, yeah, well, how can we help out? What can we do?
It's good times. Yeah, I saw it on your Instagram feed. I was like, what is this? And
Yeah.
it was just great. It was a great graphic, and it just piqued my interest. So I just love all the diversity that you guys are going, and you're just connecting with good people, good ideas, and they're original. I like them.
Yeah, if someone has something we like it and we want to support it, we find a way to support it. Early on, we were all going to be able to go on the trip. It was all great. And then different things kind of came up with scheduling, and I'm not sure if we're going to be able to be there in person ourselves. But it's like, all right, like we committed to this thing. If we're not going to be there, like the coffee still will be. And then I don't want to, let anything out of the bag yet. But since I may not be there personally, Charlie and Dean, like the owners, we may not be there personally. It's still kind of up in the air. If we won't, we will make sure that one or two of our athletes will be there in our stead. So it's like, which that people than us. So yeah, so someone will definitely be representing the company down there.
Good times, good times. Danny, I'll let you go in just a couple moments, but I just want to talk about two things we were talking about,
Yeah,
the TV show, and a couple
yeah,
of things
man.
that we're trying
It
to.
looks great.
Awesome. Yeah, this is week two of everything going on. The week two, we've got some interesting athletes. We have one guy. He's 5'11", 491.
Yeah.
So we got some big guys, and then we've got some women even in the 200s, mids, but they're all trying to commit to living a different lifestyle and just changing for the better. And we were talking about, caffeine and kilos and just how you guys are so much about just a lifestyle and being happy. And I was like, you know what, I just got to talk to you guys. and,
Yeah.
we have some things that I think could work in the future. But thank you so much for being part of what we're trying to do. Actually, I was on screen outside. I had my beanie and all my caffeine and kilo gear on yesterday.
Yeah.
So sporting
That's
that out.
awesome.
But these people, you're going to see them a little bit more. We're doing profiles for them. So in about 2 weeks, you'll see how they're acting. But they're going from some people to commit to the show how good they are. They're quitting smoking. Some of them. Some of them
Yeah.
are stop drinking completely. But it's all about trying to get in that lifestyle that it's not just a diet, but it's
Right.
just healthy living the rest of their life.
That's
Um,
right.
it's a little bit different with the diet because we're having a dietitian, but it's almost streamlining. It's not a lot of do's and
Yeah.
don'ts. It's just sensible eating. And
Yeah.
we're going to be talking about the new Caffeine and Kilos bar. We'll be pushing some of that and seeing how they do.
Yeah.
Because
That's
they
awesome.
can't.
That's great.
Yeah, they can't. They need coffee. They love coffee. And
Yeah.
I said, I'm not cutting that out. I was like, you can have water most of the day, but I'm not gonna, make people just mad and irritable the whole day. Um,
Yeah,
so
I
we'll
saw
see.
that clip. I got the little clip from you, and those about 5 minute clip, whatever. And you're kind of talking to him, and man, it was great. And I'm sitting there, I'm watching. I'm like, man, this is good information for everybody. You know what I
Hmm.
mean? And I'm actually going to do this. I've been thinking about it for the past couple days. I'm going to take that clip he sent me, and I want to post that or reshare it at my gym. Because I'm also co-owner of CrossFit Excel. It's out here
Oh,
in California. And so in Manteca, California. So I want to reshare that on our kind of members only Facebook group because we kind of have some ladies who are kind of doing a nutrition challenge amongst themselves. And so
yeah.
I want to post that out there because especially the first 2 or 3 minutes, is really important. We were kind of talking about like, man, you got to, if you want to do this, you got to do it. That no one's doing it for you. You know what I mean? I can't,
Hmm.
like you're having cravings at 1 a.m. Like I can't help you. Like open your fridge. You're not going to, your head's not going to pop out at them. You know what I mean? Like, This is you got to decide. This is what you're gonna do, and that's
Mm.
what's good about like a lifestyle change compared to diet. You're in a diet, you make the decision, am I going to eat this, am I not, every time. Once you make the lifestyle change, once you say, like, this just isn't something we do. You know what I mean? It's like, it's easy. You already made the decision. Like if I tell you right now, like tomorrow I'm not going to eat whatever, tomorrow I'm not going to have ice cream, well, then you know what? If someone says you want ice cream, it's easy. It's not, do I? It's like, no, I don't. Because I'm not making a decision now. I made the decision yesterday that I'm not doing it. And that's something, that's a great message, and that can really help everybody.
Well, thanks, man. I appreciate it. And yeah, I look forward to like just a lot of things are going on this year. I see you guys doing so many things, and I'm just very fortunate. Thank you very much for taking the time with us and talking to everyone out there. And we're going to be continuing doing updates. If
Yeah.
you have a few moments, I hope
Oh, yeah.
we'll definitely be checking in with you periodically. Don't go anywhere. We're going to end this podcast. Have a few questions for you, but thank you so much, Danny, for stopping by and stopping by the studio today.
Awesome. Thanks for having me. It's fun.